Wow, woo! It's time for What's Up and About.
Yep.
And the whole team is here.
Yes.
Mary's here.
Mary. Hi, Mary.
Like, I actually did the kitchen earlier, guys.
Yeah.
Like, I was here in time.
Of course you were. And looking glorious in that purple dress.
Oh my goodness, thank you so much. I feel like royalty. Thanks to House of
lovely.
It is good.
And Edgar, how's it going?
Super good.
How have you been?
Brilliant. We have an event happening sometime in June at the end of the month, 29th.
Okay.
It's actually going to be monthly,
That's
last
my sister's
Sunday
birthday.
of every.
Interesting.
Yes, it's his birthday.
Yeah.
Yes,
Oh,
it's
for real?
happening the last Sunday of every month.
What is the event
It's
about?
titled Unscripted Nights.
Okay.
Now, it's going to be a combination of so many things, from storytelling to music to monologues to brilliant conversations.
Okay.
You know, we're going to have quite a lot. It's starting by 5 p.m. It will end by 9 or 10. You know, it's happening at Fire and Ice in Lekki, and you guys, everyone has to come. You guys just have to come. It's free. It's free, by the way. Just come.
Free event.
Free events. Just come, have a great time.
So this gives me some nostalgia of open mic nights.
Yeah.
So unscripted nights are open mic nights. For
Yeah.
those that don't understand
But the
open mic
difference
is.
with just open mic
Yeah.
is we are going to be involving the audience
Of
in
course.
this one, and then
No,
everybody's doing.
that's exactly how
Yeah.
open night
Yeah.
was always. Was someone in the audience who has something to say,
Yeah.
speak about, sing.
Yeah.
They just come to the floor and
Yes.
do their thing.
Now add improv. On top
Yes,
of that improv.
improv.
Where, it's
I
brilliant.
know you're the king of improv now.
How?
You're the king of improv.
We know
Everything
that.
I
We
say
know.
is scripted.
We know.
Everything
So
I say is scripted.
everything you say is
I don't.
I beg you.
Prompter, can you roll the pen?
No. You are an improv king on your own, and would love
Yeah.
to invite you,
Please, everyone should come.
your
come
friends,
out, please.
family,
Fire
come
and
for
Ice.
an unscripted night.
Yes, Lekki.
So they set the place on fire.
Yeah.
some
Talking
ice.
about fire.
No, hold on.
Oh.
We have the chef here.
Yeah.
She's looking at us wondering. She's brand new. Welcome
you're
to Wake Up
welcome.
Nigeria.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
Having fun so far?
Pardon?
Having a good time so
Yes,
far?
I am.
All right.
Oh, I know you want to dice and cut. Please go
Yes.
ahead.
Yes, please go ahead. Don't stop
Just-
what you're doing.
Oh, okay.
Keep going. Keep
Go
going.
ahead, that's
But
fine.
you can actually do what you're doing, but if I'm speaking, I think it's very important you also listen because it's
Well, so-
Edgar.
Wow.
It's Edgar that is
You're so
speaking.
important.
Very important.
Chef, please cook, Jerry.
Okay,
Welcome.
so I was talking about fire.
Yeah.
I know Titi wanted to talk about a fire incident that took place recently.
Honestly,
one of,
now I'm going to say we give God all the glory, we give God all the praise. A friend of the house, Rotimi Keys, and his wife, Ayodotun, they experienced something that could only be called God's grace because they woke up at 5 a.m. in the morning to see smoke and everything, and they had to run through fire to escape their home that was ablaze. And by the special grace of God, they put the fire out. The building is still standing, but just the trauma of seeing. He had such a beautiful
I saw the video
studio.
of the studio, bonds and everything. The
We've
speakers.
had him and his band members here on set before.
Man.
The kind of music that's produced in that studio, it can only be divinely called, inspired. And it's just so sad to see things like that. But then also, his family are fine, everybody's fine. They're just trying to, pick up the pieces. But then it goes to thinking about fire safety and what to do in cases like that.
I'm a fire veteran, and I say this with pain because each time it happened, it wasn't planned. Nobody ever
plans that. No.
And each time it happened, it was tough to handle. So the first fire we had in our house was in 2000.
Wow.
And then the second fire was in 2004.
No way.
And each time we had to stay at a family friend's place. Unfortunately, their dad is late now, Mr. OK. And it was tough for us. The second time, everybody had something to deal with. My younger sister, my immediate younger, broke her hip. My dad broke his leg.
No way.
I passed out in such a way that I was thought to have been gone.
Wow.
And then about an hour later, somehow got revived. So when people talk about
smoke,
fires,
probably smoke inhalation.
The smoke, actually, smoke
we had to
kills
jump
faster than the fire.
from the first floor.
When you start inhaling smoke,
It was
it kills
that bad.
fast.
We
Wow.
jumped from the first floor. Everybody. So the reason my sister broke her hip was because
she
before my
landed.
dad threw the mattress, I guess she had a lot to live for. She jumped first. And the story is long, complicated. So when people talk about fires, I can totally relate with the sense of loss. I don't have pictures of myself as a child. None of us do, actually.
Wow.
And then so many other things that we lose. It's not like the digital age now.
Yeah,
that,
sure.
And I guess that's part of why I wasn't so fond of taking pictures afterwards for a very long time. Because I told myself that what's the point? It could get lost. It's just recently I'm
Now
beginning
you can take pictures on
to...
your phone and just save it
Yeah,
on
and
cloud.
then save them on cloud and all.
But there
Yeah,
must have
so-
been some things your family put in place to prevent things like that
Yeah.
happening again.
See,
Right.
we put everything in place to for it not even happen at all. Nobody ever plans these things.
Yeah.
You never can tell. All the lights might be off,
Yeah.
yet something gets, some fuse decides to go haywire and all. So
So yeah, I think what I would just like to say, like you're right, you can't really plan for these things, but there are some tips
Yeah.
and techniques or things that you can just do just to stay better.
So there are a lot of these.
I'll just mention one
go
of
ahead,
them.
go ahead.
Please, I beg you, do not what's the word? Your sockets now. Overload your sockets.
Yeah.
You can't have one socket for fan, that same socket for freezer, that same socket for TV,
Yeah.
that same socket
how is that
for
even possible?
Yes,
All
people
these
do it.
junction boxes,
Yes,
No.
it's too much.
We always had the
Yeah.
And then
software.
some people actually even have fire extinguishers, but they don't know how to use fire extinguishers. They just have it in the house.
And then they
don't have
even
to use fire
expire.
extinguishers.
These things expire. Now, there are different types and grades of fire extinguishers. Some are for grease fires. Some are for electrical
Yeah,
fires.
that's true.
So understanding what type of
Yes.
fire it is important. Speaking
they-
of grease fires, like if a frying pan, for instance, catches fire with hot oil in it, the reflex is to put it under water. That is the quickest way to get an exploding
A
fire
friend of-
on your
a
hands.
friend of
You're
mine-
not supposed to do that. You're supposed to just extinguish it by covering
Bring
it up,
it, yeah.
finding a complete cover to get
Yeah.
rid of the oxygen.
It's
in
funny
the
you're
space.
talking about the cooking part because
Yeah.
I'm wondering if Chef Michi has ever experienced fire in
A
the
grease
kitchen.
fire.
Because I know quite well that sometimes
Yeah.
when cooking, accidents happen.
Yeah.
What happened?
Actually, I haven't, but it happened at home.
Yeah.
So I had like an explosion from the gas.
Wow.
Ooh.
Wow.
So we have like this kind of
Yeah.
gas actually. So
Yeah.
it literally exploded.
Wow.
So I guess what caused it was leaving your pot on top of the gas. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think that's what caused that
Wow.
incident.
Wow.
You
So-
left your... are we not supposed to leave our pot on top of
A
the
heavy
gas?
pot.
I mean, then I haven't gone to culinary school and all of
Yeah.
that. I wasn't aware of that. So
Yeah.
that happened. So we had to like change.
So when you
the-
leave
What do
your
you mean? Yeah,
pot...
exactly. What do you mean you left your pot on top
like
of the gas?
heavy pots, like it had food inside. So
Yeah.
it was just on top of the gas.
Okay.
And then the next thing I heard like an explosion from
Wow.
upstairs.
So maybe someone left it on
Yeah.
without
Really?
igniting it.
Yes, maybe.
And then, poof, maybe some kind of
Yeah.
spark.
Was
or
it
something.
glass?
Yeah, it was glass.
Oh, I hear
It
a
was
lot about glass.
Yeah.
And that's one of the
Oh.
reasons I
For
do
real?
not like glass cooking.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Wow.
This is actually kind of common. We've had
Yeah.
that in the house too.
Yeah.
I
Wow.
think that was 2 years ago.
Yeah.
The glass just blew.
One
Like you would
advice I
see
would
all the
always
shards
give is
everywhere.
when you have fire in the house, please, the first thing to do is just make sure you're safe and you're out of the
Yeah,
house.
yeah.
Because like I
Yeah.
said earlier, the smoke kills faster than the
Faster.
fire.
Yes.
When you start to inhale the fire, the smoke, it is something
Does
else.
a lot of
And
damage.
sometimes, again, this is just my opinion, yes? That's why I always advise that you try to sleep with clothes on. I know some people have they have this idea of,
Edgar!
yes, I need to say this.
Sleep with clothes on
Yes.
because you won't be able to find clothes.
Yes, because
should you
when
need to run.
just imagine something happens
Oh,
and
gosh.
you're not covered or something.
You don't want me to share
Yeah, you
that
not start
part
saying,
of
"Oh,
my
where's my
story.
clothes? Where's my clothes?" You need to
The
you need
second
to
fire
sleep
was
with
not
clothes
funny.
on. That's why we have
I
PJs.
actually agree with you, even
Yeah.
though
Well,
I still do not subscribe to it.
Oh, gosh.
But I totally agree.
There's
Please.
also something to be said about getting insurance on your property. Please value
That's another
your
one.
property. There are
That's another
some
one.
good insurance companies out
Yes,
there
I
now.
agree.
In this day and age, there are.
I agree.
Value your property, insure it.
I
It might
agree.
take a while for this finance to come out, but at
Yeah.
least it's some kind of launch pad to.
Another
Again,
thing,
as a
sorry.
fire
Yeah.
veteran, let me
Ew.
tell you about
Ew.
this insurance
Ew.
thing.
Yeah.
Before they will pay,
I
not
hear
only
you.
would you have finished fixing up your house, you would have moved on. And in most cases, most people move on to the point that they don't even bother again. Is if you're the type that is insistent, then you'll be told, was it caused by... And these are normal things, but
Yeah.
the way it's being dragged out, like they don't want to pay. And guess what? We insured our house both times. Like my parents have always been the insurance people. But after the second time, I wonder if we are even insured now, because it was really frustrating trying to get the money.
Yeah.
So I know, as I said, there are some good ones out there that have updated their policies and are working for. We have some good experiences as well. So do your research, and of course, our hearts go out to the Akinfenwa family, who are rebuilding and are about to build a fantastic new studio and an amazing home for their family after this particular event. We're taking another quick break, people. We'll be back after this.
Yeah.